everyone, it's Susie here, and today we're playing Summoner's War. This is the first introduction video to my next little mini-series. Alright, so if it's your first time finding me, I am Susie. I used to go by Ivy League Gaming, and I'm doing a little series here where I check out games for like a week or so. And then we give a first playthrough, share promo codes because we have to share those. We do summons, and I do a 1-week review. Like after playing for a week, how do I feel? The good and the bad points of a game. I have played a lot of gacha games, so I have a lot to compare to. And a quick note regarding, I guess, my appearance. I'm still dealing with Bell's palsy. I'm on 6 months, but my eye is still wonky. My mouth is still wonky. So if I look a little weird, that's why. Alright, so this video is going to be an introduction and my impressions before playing. So even though it's called Let's Play, this is not an actual gameplay video yet. This is the intro to the series. The next, video will be promo codes in case you start playing too or you haven't checked them, and then I'll probably do a then I'll do the first playthrough video as well. All right, so oh boy, so I have heard of Summoner's War for a long time, right? We're going to watch some trailers. We're going to check out the website. We're going to check out everything. That's what we're going to do. And give some impressions. You guys can tell me your impressions if you've never played as well. I want to know what you think as someone who's never played. So I knew that Summoner's War was the game that came out that has been out for like 10 years. That has inspired Raid Shadow Legends. It's not a Raid Shadow Legends copy like my community because I come from Raid originally. Everyone likes to call everything a Raid copy, but Raid copied this. So I also want to point out, yes, this is like an anime cartoony style game, and they're doing a collab with a literal anime. And I know in my last series at beginning, I said I'm not going to cover games on this channel that have that cartoon or anime vibe, or at least not the anime, Asian anime style graphics, because that was my other channel technically. However, this game is the OG. This is the game that started it all. Like, maybe not at all per se. Like, obviously, Final Fantasy and World of Warcraft have a lot of influence on turn-based games or the style of the genre overall. But this is the game that really kicked off this gacha genre. And I think it's appropriate to cover that on this channel. So, there's all sorts, like, I realize you can play on Steam. I didn't notice that. So this is PC client friendly. Look at how nice the visuals are though. They're doing a collab. They're always doing collabs. I've noticed that. That's cool. But yeah, I am so surprised to see how much it's still kicking. When you look at the like comparison of charts for games in the genre, Summoner's War is always up there still. Which is surprising given that it's 10 years old. So we're not playing a new game today, guys. We are playing a 10-year-old game. That is correct. No shame, no regrets. Let's get into it. So first I like to check out if they have a good website. I'm going to check out a website. Looks like I can play on, again on Steam. So there is all this detail about the collab characters. I don't know Jujutsu Kaisen, but seems fun. But yeah, the art style goes around well with the game. So it looks like there's going to be some buildings that can go with it. I love that there's exclusive events to make your little world look cool. That sounds fun. And yeah, we have some gallery images related to the collab. I like that. All right. As a content creator, these are thumbnails, right? Okay, anyway. So let me pop on over to their YouTube channel. I think I had that here. Okay, yes. So besides the collab, what else should I check out regarding Summoner's War? So we have, looks like they have proper introduction videos and they have updates. I like to see that. I know they have esports as well. They have a whole channel just for esports, I saw when I was searching. But yeah, I think my overall impression about Summoner's War as a game overall is that it's too cartoony, too, like, whatever, bad graphics. Like, Raid copied Summoner's War, but they made it better graphic-wise, is how I always saw it. But can I play a game that's like this and not be bothered by the graphic style? I guess that's what we're gonna find out. So normally, I think if I was playing a new game, I would want to watch the very first trailer. But I kind of... I mean, there's not exactly a trailer except for the collab because this game is 10 years old. So, what can I watch to get an idea of what the game really looks like? That's the real question. Okay, let me find something and continue. And I really think it's cool that on their official channel, they have a creator that that makes video content that has the same kind of videos that you would make as a normal content creator covering the game. I think that's really cool. They hit their 10-year anniversary just recently. That's, yeah, it was like June or something. That's insane. So, all right, I think I noticed that in this, like, which monsters should you skill video, it looks like you can really see the game. So, let me try to, oh god, it looks so cartoony. So cartoony. Okay.
Possible value, you should probably avoid doing a monster that has a passive without skill levels in it. Or a monster that's easily skilled up through monsters you can just fuse. But look, I'm not gonna fault you if you don't want to do all that. One last thing is just that, look, it would be impossible for me to cover every single monster that would be a good option for you to skill up. So instead, I'm going to hopefully give you the tenets that you need to decide on what monster you're ultimately going to skill up, and also come at it from a perspective of, like, if you are a new player, here are maybe a few good priorities to look for. Let's talk about some priority second awakenings first. Obviously, there's Crow. Crow has been at the top of the list for the top 5 secondary awakenings for years now, and it's still true. He's one of the best dogs in the game, so he's a great option if you want to go for him. And if you're deciding between the dogs, I would say maybe skew more Crow than Rauk, because Rauk does have a passive. So there's more value to be had in Crow. Now, with that said, there is a small argument to be made for Shaman. Even though he's got a passive, and even though there are only 4 levels in his skills total, his second skill actually gets a cooldown time reduction. So it's something to keep in mind, though you may get more value out of the following options. Spectra and Zinc both have harmful effect rate up on their skills, so you're going to get quite a bit of value there if you choose to skill them up, and also Zinc has like 6 levels amongst his skills. Then you can take Gina and Sath into consideration for the same reasons. Sath is an example of having a passive, but still having skill levels within it, and harmful effect rate up on Gina.
I think for me, the hard part is just, it's such a different, like, dated graphic style that I'd be like, I don't know, it's so cartoony. But it is what it is, right? That is what it is. Like, if you take it for the style as intended, I'm sure it's a great game, but, you know, do I care too much about graphics? Do we care too much about graphics? I know that's like a big thing with a lot of people that have played the games that I've played, like Raid and Summoner's War, or Summoner's Glory. That one had cartoony kind of graphics, sort of. But I guess more so like Watcher of Realms and Dragonair, like the dark fantasy graphics are kind of the key. But this is kind of how it started, more like this, which is more like the Final Fantasy style too, honestly, right? I don't know. So I think that's just been my impression, is that it's like, okay, it's like Raid, just Raid did better with the graphics. But
one is the water sylph.
I guess that's going to be something I talk about.
You could just fuse a bunch of Berettas, but I would encourage you to just be honest with yourself.
But not really.
If you're not going to do that, then it's...
Because so many of these games now come out in our cartoony style from release, right? So I can't really say that. It's not fair to say it looks dated, because it's kind of just the style, right? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this sort of style. Will you play a game of this sort of like cutesy, cartoony style with like the choppy like graphics that are not intended to be realistic? If the actual mechanics and everything else about it are fun and interesting and there's lots to do? Okay, she's
Cannon Girl, who once awakened has like 12
I think
skill
it would
ups
grow
available.
on me.
That's a lot of value. And now that you can actually awaken her and use her in Necro to the same efficacy as you could if she was unawakened, might be a good investment. For more details on her, you can check out the guide to Necro on the channel. Then, even though Kyle has a passive that doesn't feature skill ups, he still manages to jam in 10 skill level up points on those 2 skills. That is a ton. So if you wanted to use this opportunity to skill up your Kyle to form a speed team for dragons, wouldn't blame you. I might do the same, to be honest. You could also take into consideration completing a set of twins, namely a Talia, a Sabrina, something that maybe doesn't have a passive though, so you get more opportunities.
Twins. So it sounds like they might have bond skill type things like what do they call it in Raid? I don't know. In other games it's bond skills like Watcher. What is Raid called? I don't remember anymore. It's been so long since I played. But yeah, synergy between heroes that like their skills actually influence each other. Twins in this case. I guess. I'm guessing. I'll find out. Oh wait, I just realized the official website is here. So let me cut in before we end this with this little note here. It looks like they have battle guides, basic info, how to play. Okay. So they have the super basics here right on the website. I like that. Ooh. Harmful effect, beneficial effect, special effect, apply effect, and apply beneficial effect. Okay, lots to learn there. Settings, telling you which setting. All right. Okay. That's kind of cool. The rune system. It says all the different sets. Okay, they have a really nice website, right? Look at these graphics. They're fun. Okay. Props to the website. This is a really nice website. I mean, the game's been out, again, for 10 years. So I have to give them some credit there. Okay. It is kind of cute. I really think it would grow on me. So I guess that's my first impression is... I knew this was a bit cartoony with the graphics. I know it's not supposed to be super realistic style, but can I look past that and try to enjoy the game for what it is? I think I'm gonna try. But yeah, I'm gonna play Summoner's War for a week. Actually, by the time you're seeing this video, I will have already done so. So I've already played for a whole week and have most of the content recorded at this point, because that's kind of how I had been a week ahead. But if I decide to play any game long term, I'm going to start a brand new account fresh with my community type thing in case anyone else is looking for a new game as well. But all right, yeah, let's dive on in to Summoner's War, guys. Let me know your impressions. I want to know the impressions of people that have never played, or if you played, but like what did your opinion? Like, how did your opinion change or not change? Was it confirmed? Did you like it more than you thought? Did you hate it? Let me know what your impressions were about Summoner's War in the comments below so we all can try to figure this one out together. And as a note, again, I'm not sponsored for this. I just may have a link for LD Player, and that's it, which is $1 or $2. And it's not anything fancy. This is just me having fun at checking out new games. And if any of these are sponsored, I obviously will make that clear. All right. Let's do the thing, guys. Let's play another game this week. Lots of content to come. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.